Welcome to this episode of Showcase Wedding. I am your host, Rebecca Martel. Here in Toronto, Ontario, I want to introduce you to many other local business owners. They want to be a part of your special day. So Jeanette, thank you so much for the incredible tablescape you made for us here in Toronto.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
Tell me a little background about you. How did you get so creative?
I've always had a passion for interior design and decor ever since I could remember as a child. And I worked in an office for a very long time. And eventually I said, you know what, I think it's time to start doing something that I actually really enjoy and love and I can offer the world. And I started off with wedding decor.
So To the Moon and Back is the name of your business. How did that name come about?
Well, I consider myself a spiritual woman, and one day I was praying and I've been thinking about finding a name for a long time, and I looked up and I saw there's the picture that I have in my bedroom above the bed, and it said, I love you to the moon and back, and that resonated with me, and I said, I think that's going to be the name for my business.
How would you describe not just this style, but other styles that you create?
I would say the styles I create are with past and present trends, what's going on, as well as classic designs. So I explore not just the types of colors that you see behind me, but other colors that the couples might request. I try to keep everything as cohesive and beautiful as possible. I would say that's my style.
So you can obviously make a beautiful backdrop, flowers, tablescapes, but what other services do you offer from To the Moon and Back?
The other services that I offer are not only just for weddings, but also any other special celebrations that comes up in someone's life. So it could be a christening, it could be a birthday, or even baby showers.
So flowers for the table, backdrops.
Flowers for the table, backdrops, flooring, lighting is a big thing.
So Jeanette, in the 3 years that you've been creating weddings, what's one of the things you didn't expect?
Well, I would have to say I didn't realize that it would be so labor intense. So there's a lot of work put into creating these designs. I mean, you can see them on Pinterest, Instagram, or whatever, and it looks fantastic. But when it comes time to actually put everything together, all these elements, it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of lifting, a lot of grunt work. So I wasn't expecting that, I would have to say.
You need an expert. You need an expert to know why it looks so good on those sites.
Exactly.
And what feedback have you received from customers you've done weddings for or events?
Overall, great feedback. I think my clients that I've come across so far are very happy with the service that I've given because of that interpersonal connection that we have. I try to create a relationship, especially nowadays where everything is via text and email and stuff like that. I like to call them on the phone, I'll meet with them in person, and we'll go through things together, and we work as a team step by step so they can feel part of the process. So after that, they give me a review, and I think it's the experience that they have with me that makes them feel really good and give a really good review.
I'm sure after all those calls and emails, it's almost a friendship in the end, isn't it?
It is.
Well, I want to thank you for being a part of our team here at Showcase Wedding, creating this incredible studio here in Toronto.
Thank you.
I now have the pleasure of introducing you to Olga Pankova. She's a live event wedding artist who wants not only to entertain your guests, but to create lasting memories at the same time. Thank you, Olga, for being here.
Thank you for having me here. It's my pleasure to be here with you.
Tell me first, not about what you do for the brides and grooms, but how you became an artist.
Well, I was painting since I was a young girl, and I absolutely love painting. This has become my full-time life profession, which I enjoy very much. I was painting through my life, and since 2008 I became a full-time professional artist, and since arriving to Canada in 2011 I met a really good friend of mine, Yelena Knish. She's a wedding planner, absolutely amazing wedding planner. She recommended me, why don't you start doing live art, painting live at the weddings, because there is actually no one who is doing it in Canada, and my bride is getting ready to hire someone from United States. Why don't you start it here? That's how I started wedding art.
Now, what you do for weddings is completely different. I've never heard of it before. Tell me about the services that you offer to the brides and grooms.
I do absolutely love painting live at the event, and especially weddings, because this is such a beautiful moment of people's lives. And what I do, I actually capture the wedding ceremony or the reception right while it's happening at the present time. So the guests and the couple, of course, can enjoy this process, creating something absolutely gorgeous on the canvas, capturing the lifetime moment, the biggest moment of their life on the canvas.
Yeah, tell me about the two services that you offer that's really popular at the weddings.
Well, I started to paint live at the weddings, capturing the moment by myself. It's a great opportunity for guests to watch the process. And then I started to think, why don't I involve all the guests to paint with me something memorable and very unique for the couple, which is I'm offering now also paint by numbers project. It's a very traditional paint by numbers, old traditional way, but we actually paint with the guests a portrait of a couple. So bride and groom, I paint their faces in advance, and everybody participate a little piece at the time. They create a beautiful piece of art for the memories of the couple.
I can just imagine everybody coming up around you, and then when it's finished, they all get to say, I did that, I was a part of that.
Totally, and it's also great memories for the couple, because we create a video how the process was done by all their friends and family members. Each person will participate and of course put their signature on the canvas, which is becoming gigantic signature book and a great memories again for everyone.
It is. It's a beautiful memory captured, and that you're there live in the moment too. It's entertainment as well. They're watching.
It's complete entertainment. People absolutely love doing this. It's like finding a child in yourself, because they keep coming back and they want to participate again.
And I love that you offer something special for the thank you cards. Tell me about those.
Yes, I do offer thank you cards, which is high quality reproductions of the final piece, which was created in front of their eyes, but they never have a chance to see the final product. So it's a beautiful keepsake for all the guests and the family members who were attending that wedding, or who by any chance cannot attend the wedding. So it's a perfect keepsake for them to send a beautiful copy of the original artwork, which is a thank you card.
So when they get it, they can remember which part they helped with as well.
If it's paint by numbers, of course, yes.
Olga, tell us, where can we see your beautiful pieces of artwork?
My wedding art can be seen at liveeventartist.ca. My copper art can be seen at copperart.ca. And my other artworks, like portraits, can be seen at olgapankova.com.
Beautiful. I look forward to seeing more of it. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me here.
I now get to speak with Rob from A Celebrity Limousine. His company has been rated #1 top limo service in Toronto for the past 10 years, so why wouldn't we talk to him? Thank you, Rob, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me about your company and how it stayed #1 here in Toronto.
Well, A Celebrity Limousine's been around for almost 20 years now, and we make sure that every client is happy with our service, no matter what it takes for us to do.
And then where have they seen that? Where have they seen that #1 publicity?
Over many media outlets, newspapers, radio, online, reviews. Anywhere you check on A Celebrity Limousine, you'll see our reviews, and our client testimonials are always at the top.
How do you think your company stands out above the rest?
Well, #1 is client satisfaction. That is our main goal, to make sure every client is absolutely satisfied once their service is completed.
So getting them to and from the venue is the key, but there's also other things that the drivers end up doing, isn't there?
Absolutely. We will go way above and beyond to make sure that every client is absolutely happy and that their experience is the best that they've ever had, whether it be rolling out the red carpet for a bride or a sweet 16, or buying a birthday cake on a girl who's having her birthday blues on her evening out.
You said you've had some people call you up and they just want to look famous on the town for the night, haven't they?
Absolutely. I mean, it is a little eccentric, but by all means, we'll do whatever it takes to make your day a great one, whether you're going to the movies or playing bingo. If you want to take a limo, we'll take you there.
That's true. And like you said, it's not just the day of the wedding, there's getting to the wedding day. We have the engagement, or you have the bridal shower parties.
Absolutely, or the bachelorettes, or the guys' night out, or the engagement dinners, or taking your bridal party out, which is always a fun outing. You want to kind of appreciate them as well.
And keep it safe too.
Of course, that's number one, that we will get you to and from very safely, no drinking and driving, or the stress of traffic, especially in a big city like this.
Especially Toronto, traffic and parking, so if you have the limo, it's going to forget that.
Yes, this could be a very stressful city, and anybody will agree that traffic in Toronto is horrendous, and that's where a lot of people are probably pulling out their hair. So why not turn that over and make that an enjoyable moment? Sit back, relax, enjoy your company, and get to where you have to go in a nice, comfortable, luxurious limousine.
Now, having a luxurious limousine is also the behind the scenes. Tell me more about the team and about the mechanics that you take care of.
Absolutely. So being part of a #1 award-winning company is a lot of hard work, a lot of upkeep. The training of the drivers is #1. We make sure these guys are fantastic. Not only do they have to be great professional drivers, but they need to have a right rapport with the client. They need to have that right attitude. So that's a big part. All my drivers are in-house, they're not freelance. That's very important. #2 is the vehicles are all much newer, so we can avoid any breakdowns or anything like that, and we do lots of preventative maintenance to make sure that we're never in that situation, where a lot of companies cut corners there so that they can give you the cheapest price possible, but cheap price doesn't always mean good service, because if your prices are slashed, that means you're going to be cutting somewhere else, and usually it's on vehicle maintenance, and that could be very dangerous.
You said you get what you pay for.
I can't stress that enough. You get what you pay for. Check reviews, and if it sounds too good to be true, it's usually too good to be true.
I believe we've already mentioned it, but I think your motto should be said again. What do you believe at Ace Celebrity Limousine?
Absolutely. Life is short. Enjoy every moment. And why not in the back of a luxurious limousine? Especially in a big city, traffic here is horrendous. So whether you're going to a wedding, a concert, a birthday, or a dinner, take a limousine, enjoy traffic for once, sit back, relax, and enjoy each other's company, because these are the moments that you will think back and you'll remember, like, remember that night out that we had, and one, that limo driver, what a beautiful car. This is what life's about. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us about your business.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I want to take you out to Quebec City, where we will be visiting the Hotel Chateau Laurier.
I'm Aude Lafranc-Gérard, General Manager at the Hotel Chateau Laurier Quebec and Georges V Catering Services. I'm the third generation of a family-owned business in Quebec City. Hotel Chateau Laurier Quebec is located in the heart of Quebec City, sitting at the corner of Grande Allée Street and Place Georges V, with plenty of restaurants and a vibrant nightlife.
Hotel Chateau Laurier is in the center of one of the most beautiful cities in North America. With a large European influence, Quebec City is a focal point of French culture. Quebec City is known for its comfort foods. Their poutine, French onion soups, and crepes will all have you craving your next meal.
Our team of wedding coordinators can guide you every step of the way to make sure that your wedding is everything you ever dreamed of. In our various reception halls, we can accommodate any size of wedding, anywhere from 20 to 300 guests. One of our key features is our inner courtyard, the perfect location for a classic outdoor ceremony.
The Winter Carnival, Summer Music Festival, and Saint Jean-Baptiste are famous celebrations that attract people from all over the world to come honor our country.
Château Laurier Quebec treats every newlywed couple with a complimentary, luxurious room for their special night.
Taking a trip to Quebec City will really give you a taste of our rich Canadian heritage. Have you ever wondered how a customized wedding ring is made? Well, XORM Jewelers is going to show us how. I'm here in the heart of downtown Montreal, where I'm going to go meet Gino, the owner of XORM Jewelers. Hi Gino, nice to meet you. Your showroom is beautiful and you have so many nice pieces here. But if I wanted to get a customized piece, how would I go about getting that?
Well, we would start with the 4 C's. The color, clarity, cut, and carat weight. This makes up 90% of the value of the diamond. And once we've chosen a diamond, we would look at the different styles. Solitaire, halos, there are many different styles to choose from. People think that customizing a ring is very complicated and expensive, but it really isn't. From there, we would take the ring that you've chosen or that we've chosen together and bring it to our designers.
Using a computer software, they make a 3D version of the ring that contains all of the characteristics the newly engaged couple has chosen. The style, the cut, the carat of the diamonds, and their placement on the ring. The finalized ring design is then saved and sent to a 3D printer.
Once it's perfect, they would give it to a caster where we would choose the material.
It then prints a ring layer by layer out of a special wax that'll help the bride visualize her custom piece on her own finger.
Platinum, gold, and once that is chosen and it's casted, we give it to our jewelers that would make the final touches.
The jewelers grind the hard edges off the ring from the molding process. The metal is then buffed on a polishing wheel to give it its shiny finish. After a thorough cleaning and a protective coating, the jewelers inspect the ring to make sure it's perfect for the diamonds.
Give it to our setters that would set the diamonds, then have it evaluated. So once the ring is certified, the process is complete and ready for you to take home.
Real diamonds glow under UV light. It provides a reasonably reliable way to find out if your diamond is fake. I'm here today at Bridal Lane where I get to show you the abundance of choices that you have. Let's go try some of the most popular styles you can choose from. So our first model gets to show you the classic princess look. This dress has a tulle skirt, a beautiful beaded bodice, and that sweetheart neckline. If you wanted to have a more fuller effect, you can use that crinoline underneath. You know that this dress will never go out of style. So our next dress is the traditional A-line. This is a perfect choice for any of the shorter brides out there because it can really elongate the body. Notice the beautiful belt. It's one of many accessories, including headpieces and veils, that can really complete your look. Our next dress is absolutely perfect for that destination wedding. Informals are a great choice for a simple wedding, a getaway wedding, or something that's smaller. Don't think that you have to go with just white. Like many of the dresses here, you can choose up to 100 different colors. Just imagine your feet in the grass or your toes in the sand. Now for a quick quiz. Can you guess how much the most expensive diamond was sold for? We'll give you the answer after we get some hair and makeup tips from Neelam Style. I'm here today with the Mughal sisters. I have Neelam and Anam.
Thank you for having us.
So you're the team of Neelam Style, and today you're going to be giving me a few beauty tips.
Yes, I'll be sharing helpful tips on hair, and Anam will be sharing tips on makeup.
Oh, wonderful. Well, let's get started. What is the biggest trend women are looking for right now?
One big trend is having fuller brows. So I'll use this medium brown brow pencil on you. And this really helps, just a few strokes, really helps define the brow. Just filling it in makes a huge difference.
And why are you using a pencil as opposed to a brush and
this
powder?
is really quick and easy. You can use definitely gels, you can use fiber mascaras. I find this is really quick and easy for every day. Someone with darker hair will go for a dark brown, blondes will go for more blonder tones. So if you can take a look at your two eyebrows, you
Yes.
can see how it's defined.
So that can make a difference. Now, speaking about defining, we're hearing about contouring all over the place. That's something that can help define the face. Can you give me some tips on that?
Yes, of course.
So this is a cream.
Yes.
Now, how do I start off with
So you
contouring?
just go below the cheekbone. So you want to lift the cheekbone. And I always like to go around the temple, around the jawline, and then we just blend it out.
So again, you have to kind of know your face.
Yes.
And blend, 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 I hear, is
Yes.
the key for all makeup
Yes,
artists.
definitely. So I'm gonna grab my highlighting kit, and now we can highlight with a cream product.
So you use cream again.
Yes. So we're gonna do cream highlight
Where do I put my highlights?
right over here and around the temple.
Temple and cheekbone brings everything
Yes.
forward.
Yes. So it's all blending. I love to use my fingers. It really brings the heat to help melt the product. And then just using the powder, 2 different tones, and you can see that glow right away. There you go. Take a look.
Wonderful. Great tips. Thank you very much for sharing with me.
Thank you.
So now that I'm all glammed up, it's time for me to talk about hair.
Yes, Rebecca, I'll be showing you a quick hairstyle for those people who are attending the wedding. Someone can try that hairstyle at home and you could do it yourself.
Okay. What's one of the first things that a bride should do when she's trying to figure out her style for the wedding day?
She should first of all take an appointment, get a trial done.
Now, what's a trial?
A trial is something that where the bride-to-be goes and tries out different hairstyles. She brings in pictures, she brings in her accessories.
Oh,
and
like
she-
her veil or flowers?
Exactly, and she tries on different hairstyles to see how she would feel confident the day of.
So then tell me, once the bride has shown up for the big day, do you have any tips for her?
She should wear a loose shirt when she comes in to get her hairstyle done, because when she has to get in and out of the dress, she wouldn't ruin the hair.
One less thing to worry about.
I always recommend the brides to bring a little bag with them with a little hairspray, a travel size hairspray, a few bobby pins like this. If you're dancing a lot, if your hair strand falls out, at least you will be able to pin it back.
Oh, so you maybe give that to the bridesmaid, someone that can help out with the hairpins, hairspray.
Yes, and the hairstyle that I'm doing is very easy. You could totally do this at home by yourself. It's very popular. It's like loose romantic curls because your hair is already curled up, so it's easy to just turn it around the fingers and just like flare it a bit, and then you just have to take a little bobby pin and just hide the pin underneath like so. And then all you need is just a little bit of hairspray and the bun is pretty much done. You can also put some volume if you want to. You can even make it a braid if you want to, but what I like on you is something like this.
So you can incorporate a lot of different
Exactly.
textures, styles.
This is the hairstyle that I did. You could just turn around and show it to the audience. A little bit of hairspray, that's it. That's all you need and you're ready.
Beautiful. So now I have my complete look.
That's right.
Neelam Styles helped me out. Thank you very much
Thank
to you and
so
your
much
sister.
for having us. Thank you.
So as you can see, even a little hair and makeup can make a big difference. Hopefully these tips were helpful to you. Now we can move on to the next thing on our list. Before we asked you, The 59.6 carat pink diamond set a new world record at the auction when it was sold for $71.2 million in 2017. Next, we're going to get a history lesson with Roxanne Crane out at the Canadian Museum of History. I'm here with Roxanne Crane, sales executive at the Canadian War Museum and the Canadian Museum of History. She's going to share with us today what having your wedding at a museum is all about.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, and thank you for coming to visit our museum.
This place is absolutely beautiful. What room are we in right now?
We're in our magnificent Grand Hall. It's our signature venue at the museum and also our largest venue here.
So there could be weddings right here,
Absolutely.
right with all these beautiful totem poles.
Yes, you're actually in an actual exhibit. So if you want to offer something really unique to your guests, this is probably one of the most unique places you can actually host a wedding.
I would assume, yeah,
Yes.
having a wedding in a museum, people that have their family from abroad coming here, they actually get to visit all of Canada being in one place.
Exactly. Right now, the Grand Hall showcases all the Aboriginal groups of the West Coast, but we have other exhibits that basically speak of the history of Canada from, the beginning of the first groups that came here all the way to the most recent factual what's happening today in Canada.
So Roxanne, can you give us a little history on the Canadian Museum of History?
This museum opened in 1989. It was opened under its original name, the Canadian Museum of Civilization. People still think of us as a Canadian Museum of Civilization. In 2014, it was changed to the Canadian Museum of History because we wanted to put an emphasis more on the history of Canada.
I recognize a statue that's behind you. Where would I have seen that?
This statue behind me, it's called the Haida Gwaii Salon. There's also the original model is in Victoria, BC. This is an actual model right here, but people might recognize it as being on the old $20 bills. And we actually have a boat outside, which is a tugboat. People my age can remember before the loonies, the $1 bill. There was a tugboat on the $1 bill, and that's actual tugboat. That's from the $1 bills.
So little gems hidden all over.
Yes, a lot of Canadian history right here at the History Museum.
So there's a lot of exhibits here in the museum that are stationed all the time.
We call them permanent exhibits, that's correct.
And then you have others that change out.
Yes, we have temporary exhibits that are more current, that we can have traveling exhibits from other countries. We also have more exhibits that can be a bit more fun. For example, we had a hockey exhibit this past year. We have an exhibit right now, Hot Wheels. We have an upcoming exhibit on DreamWorks, and the exhibits change, so they always can come and visit something new at the museum.
Always something to see that you haven't
Always
seen
something
before.
new. Yes, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I've had some interesting love stories. I always curious to find out why people choose a museum. Some people decide to get married here because they had their first date here. One particular couple comes to mind where they were in high school and they had a visit and they shared their first kiss here. Some people had their graduation here where they started dating. So a lot of these fun stories, they decide to continue their love story here at the museum. So I think that's kind of cute.
That's wonderful. So
Yes.
not a location that all brides and grooms would think of, but perhaps after this it's something that you might think of for your next event. Again, I'm your host, Rebecca Martel, and I want to thank you for watching this episode of Showcase Wedding. To any of the newly engaged bride and grooms out there, we want to wish you félicitations, congratulations, mazel tov.